Welcome back to Coin Explorer. Today, we're about to uncover the astonishing story behind a coin that most people overlook, but collectors are beginning to whisper about in hushed, awe-struck tones. It's small, it's silver in color, it was once worth just 1 rand, but in the mysterious world of numismatics, where rarity meets obsession, this coin might just be worth far, far more than anyone ever expected. So here's the big reveal. We're talking about the 1991 South African 1 rand coin, a piece of metal that could very well be the sleeper hit of your entire collection. Some estimates suggest that rare variations of this coin, under the right conditions, could be valued in the thousands, even lakhs or possibly millions of dollars. Sounds unbelievable, right? But keep watching, because this story is real, and it might just change the way you see that coin jar in your drawer forever. Let's dive in. A coin from a time of transition. To understand the true potential of the 1991 1 rand coin, we have to go back in time, to a year of transition, turmoil, and change. 1991 was a historic turning point for South Africa. Apartheid was crumbling. The nation stood on the edge of transformation. Nelson Mandela had been released from prison just a year earlier, and the gears of democracy were beginning to turn. It was a time of hope, of tension, and of new beginnings. During this pivotal year, the South African Mint continued its work, striking coins for circulation as usual. But what no one expected was that a few of these seemingly ordinary coins would become the stuff of legend in the coin-collecting world. What the 1991 1 rand coin looks like. Let's talk design. On first glance, the 1991 1 rand coin doesn't scream millionaire's treasure. In fact, it looks, well, normal. It's made of nickel-plated copper, giving it that bright silver appearance. The coin measures 23 millimeters in diameter and weighs approximately 5 grams. On the obverse, we find one of South Africa's most iconic symbols, the springbok antelope, captured in mid-leap. It's a timeless design that reflects grace, speed, and the spirit of the nation. Above the springbok, you'll see the name of the country, South Africa, in one of the country's 11 official languages. In 1991, the Mint rotated these languages annually. So depending on which version you have, your coin might read Suid-Afrika, Iningizimu Afrika, or one of several others, a fact that becomes very important when we talk about rarity. Now flip it over. On the reverse, you'll see the bold numeral 1, accompanied by the word rand. It's minimal, elegant, and easy to miss. But trust me, this side might just hold the clues to something extraordinary. Why is the 1991 1 rand coin special? Now comes the million-dollar question. Literally, why would a coin that was mass-produced in 1991 ever be worth more than face value? Why are collectors buzzing about this particular year? Let's peel back the layers. While the South African Mint did not release an official statement announcing a rare variant of this coin, numismatists began noticing unusual differences among coins dated 1991. Some reported subtle minting anomalies, coins with off-centered strikes, uneven edges, or lightly shifted inscriptions. Others noticed language variants that were produced in smaller quantities, meaning fewer of them exist today. Even more intriguing, certain 1991 coins were struck in brilliant uncirculated condition, possibly never meant for mass circulation. These accidental rarities, as some call them, may have been the result of trial strikes or test runs that somehow made it into the public's hands. And as we know in the world of collectibles, rarity plus mystery equals value. A collector's dream come true. Let me share a story that has left the coin collecting community stunned. In 2010, a collector from Canada, an ordinary enthusiast who loved African currency, stumbled upon a 1991 1 rand coin in a bulk lot he purchased online. At first glance, he nearly tossed it aside. But something about the font caught his eye. It looked slightly smaller than usual. He sent the coin for professional grading. When it returned, it was certified MS-67, and incredibly high grade, especially for a coin over 3 decades old. Even more shocking, the coin showed a rare reverse die crack, something only seen in a handful of known examples. Let's just say, it was well into the 6-figure range, shocking even the experts. The coin's condition, design anomaly, and historical importance made it a centerpiece at a European coin exhibition. Auction houses have since started hunting for similar specimens. The role of condition and grading. So here's the reality. Not every 1991 1 Rand coin is a jackpot. But under the right conditions, the sky's the limit. Professional grading services like NGC or PCGS play a massive role in determining a coin's value. A raw coin might be worth a few $100s. But once graded, especially at levels like MS66, MS67, or MS68, its value could skyrocket into the thousands or even lakhs. Coins in near-perfect condition are incredibly rare, particularly if they've been in circulation. That's why finding one is like discovering buried treasure. A rarity multiplier? Remember how the country's name appears in one of 11 official languages? Some collectors believe that certain language versions were minted in far fewer quantities. For example, a coin that says Isisutu or Sitsonga might be much harder to find than one that says English or Afrikaans. Now, combine that language rarity with a minting error, and you've got a true unicorn. There have even been rumors, still unconfirmed, that a small batch of coins featuring a mismatched obverse and reverse die was accidentally released. If you ever find such a coin, get it professionally evaluated immediately. Why do coins like this hold so much value? So why do collectors pay astronomical amounts for coins that most people overlook? It's not just about the metal, it's about the story. The 1991 1 Rand coin carries the weight of a nation in transition. It's a frozen moment in time, when South Africa was stepping out of the shadows of apartheid into the dawn of a democratic future. Holding that coin is like holding a piece of history. And for collectors, that emotional connection, combined with rarity and condition, creates demand. And demand drives value. What should you look for? If you're wondering whether you might have a valuable 1991 1 Rand coin, here are some things to check. Condition. The less wear and tear, the better. Die errors. Look for off-center strikes, cracks, or shifted images. Language variant. Is the country name in a less common official language? Edge details. Some coins have visible doubling on the lettering or edging. Weight and measurement. Any deviation from standard specs could indicate a rare strike. And most importantly, get it graded. Even a small imperfection in the minting process can turn a coin into a collector's dream. Could you be sitting on a fortune? Let's be honest. The idea that a 1 Rand coin could be worth a fortune sounds far-fetched until it isn't. History has proven time and again that coins once seen as ordinary can become extraordinary investments, especially when the right combination of rarity, story, and demand collide. And the 1991 1 Rand coin? It's ticking all the right boxes: mystery, historical context, limited variants, and collector interest. So go ahead, dig through your drawers, revisit that old coin collection, because the treasure you're looking for might already be in your hands. Let's bring it all together. The 1991 South African 1 Rand coin isn't just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of a nation's turning point. It's a numismatic puzzle wrapped in history, mythology, and possibility. Whether it's worth hundreds, thousands, lakhs, or even millions, depends on condition, rarity, and timing. But one thing is certain: it deserves your attention. So next time you spot a silver 1 Rand from 1991, don't brush it aside. Look closer, inspect the details, consult the experts. Because one day soon, that coin could be the one that changes your life. Thanks for watching, fellow treasure seekers. If stories like this spark your curiosity, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with other collectors. And remember, sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. Happy collecting, and may your next coin be the jackpot you never saw coming.